Hola guys. So I know that my schedule has been really sort of all over the place. Pretty much everything that you guys have been watching lately has been way pre-filmed, and I just ran out of things that I could upload, and I didn't want to kind of just disappear, so I thought I would do a little like chatty life update thing, I guess. So I know that most all who knows of all of you know that my mom recently got very sick, and we had been dealing with that and everything. Unfortunately, as of about 2 weeks tomorrow, she passed away. So we have been dealing with that as a family. My move, some of you guys might know that I had planned to move to New York with my partner around June 20th. She passed June 14th. So what I've done is I have postponed my move until late next month, so that I can stay with my father and my sister. My sister has autism, so I just want to be with my dad and my sister for as long as possible, help him, I guess, learn as much as he can, learn how to cook, learn the things that he learn a little bit more about taking care of my sister, because my dad worked and my mom stayed at home and took care of my sister every day, all day. So they were together literally just like 24 hours a day. So it's been very difficult. Obviously, we're dealing with it as a family. I'm actually quite sort of proud of how much we've been able to come together and deal with it as a family and move forward, though obviously this is not by any means easy, nor will it be something that we get over or anything like that. So to anybody who has sent messages, text messages, called me, emails, private message, anything, I thank you so much. Really, I don't think you guys understand how much it helped to keep me sane and to continue to keep me strong through this, because it's weird, because so my brother and I have been trying to stay so strong for my father and my sister. So if we're gonna cry, we do it in private, with besides the day that she passed, and the day before and after and stuff like that. But for the most part, we've tried to kind of keep all of that as private as possible, and be as strong as possible for my father and for my sister, especially, so that she doesn't see us that way, because where she is on the spectrum doesn't allow her to understand concepts like why or time. So she sees mom is gone. She doesn't understand why mom is gone. She doesn't understand concepts like death or forever. So we're taking it step by step, day by day. We have a great team of therapists and specialists that are helping us. We have family over that have kept her. This is turning out to be much longer and much, I guess, more in depth than I meant it to be, but I guess it's also serving as a way for me to just kind of rant and let things out. So my sister's doing good. She's doing okay. We all are, slowly, we're trying to live our day-to-day life. I know my mom would never have wanted us to collapse and let something like this completely stop our lives, sort of without knowing it, or maybe completely on purpose. She gave us all of the resources that we needed to deal with something like this. She really did, in just the way that she loved us and taught us. So it's what I was getting at, my brother and I have been very, very strong through this because we don't want my dad or my sister to see us through this. So I'm a little scared, I guess, because while I have definitely done my crying and some being angry and all of that, for the most part, I've been as okay as I can be. I mean, I've been able to go to work. I'm able to talk about it with you guys to an extent. So I'm afraid that I've kept it in and I've tried to hold it in so long that there might come a point when like the littlest thing sets me off and I just like collapse or something. So I'm really trying to monitor my mental health. A lot of things have been going on and happening, and so it's been very difficult, but I like I was telling you guys, really just the friendly messages and everything like that, may it be related to my mom or not, have really, really helped in keeping me going and you know, just kind of above the water. So I really, really want to thank you guys. I know that I try to do that as much as I can, but really it's been the one of the best things to really keep me going is knowing that I have so many sort of like friends that I don't even know in person, but that genuinely care and send me messages and stuff. Sorry that you can see my this is steering wheel. I don't have like a TV. I don't have like a phone stand or anything like that in the car, and my intention was to like drive home as I talk to you guys. But yeah, actually let me do that because I've been gone all day. I went to get my nails done because I hadn't got my nails done in a very long time. Plus I really needed a pick-me-up because another sort of thing that has happened that I just found out is that the company that I've worked for the last 3 years is closing down in October. So I am very scared and sad. I loved the company that I worked with. I love the people I work with. I love the job that I did. I had a very unique sort of employment situation. There was only 3 of us. It was very small. I could work remotely whenever we needed to or we wanted to. So it was gonna work great with my move up to New York because it meant that I could work from home. It meant that I could fly down to visit my family whenever I wanted to. And then obviously when my mom passed, that became even more important to me because while I was already planning on flying down very often, now it became sort of more important for me to travel down, and I wanted to travel down even more than I had already planned. But with the company closing, that might not be as easy as I thought. It might not be feasible at all because you guys all know that when you start new at a job, you start from zero with as far as seniority goes. So getting time off, getting vacation is not always the easiest thing. So yeah, I'm very worried about that. I can't remember the last time I even looked at my resume. So I'm gonna go home and do that, and I'm gonna look for places to work. And yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to be rational and be patient and not let this overwhelm me, just on top of everything else that has been going on. So I think I've been successful at this at that so far today, but I guess we'll see once I start applying. And then because I'm not leaving until late July, I'm scared that places will pass on me because they have to wait so long for me to get there, or that I won't be able to interview them because they might only want to do in-person interviews. So all of that is scary, because it means that if I have to wait until late July, then I still have time. But when it comes to work, looking for jobs, I like to have as much time as possible, because when you really need something quickly, I feel like that's when it takes the longest for you to get a new job. So those are two major things that have been going on. Because I turned in my apartment, because obviously my intentions initially were to move out in June. So my lease ended in June, and I had already told them like 2 months ago that I was leaving in June. So I had to finish selling all of my furniture, get rid of everything, and move into my parents' house. So I'm back at my old room, but I'm sharing that with my cousin, who has been so absolutely amazing. She's been here since the beginning of everything. First it was to help with my mom and her recovery and things like that, help around the house because my mom wouldn't be able to, and now it is to help with my sister, because though my sister is kind of doing her own thing most of the day, we always need an adult to be with her, because she, cannot do a lot of the things that are required to be like alone in a home, so there always has to be someone there with her. And so that has been her and me. I had to start going back to the office today, but we actually found out that my boss gave up the lease on the office. So by Friday, today's Wednesday, the 28th, I think. So by Friday, we have to have the entire office clean, and we're just gonna work remotely until October, or until I guess we find new jobs. So that's good in the sense that I will be home, so I can help my cousin and help my dad and help my sister, obviously. But because of all of that is why I haven't been able to sit down and film, though I've missed it. It was a reprieve from everything. It was, it's always been a great hobby. I've always loved just talking to you guys and talking to you guys about books and things that I like. But yeah, that might be very sporadic. I hope to get to New York in my new home around July 22nd or 23rd. So hopefully that will be when I can film more. Let's see how long this is. More regularly. I might do a vlog when I'm driving up there. I don't know if I'll be driving up there alone, because my partner, when I postponed my move, it coincided with my partner going to his officer training with the Air Force. So he's not home. He's not in New York. So, and the reason that I chose the 25th to move up to New York is because the following week I already have flights and everything booked to go to his graduation from New York. So I didn't want to go through the hassle of having to move it from New York to like Florida or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do is go up, be there about a week, get settled in, come back down-ish to his graduation, and then we'll go back up together, and then that's when we'll be then in our apartment together for the long haul. So lots of different things changing, lots of things going on, trying to keep my stress levels and my anxiety levels as low as I can. But yeah, there's a lot that's been going on. When I get to New York, I do want to look into getting some a mental health professional that I can speak to, just because despite the fact that I feel that I'm doing okay and handling everything okay, I don't see the harm in speaking to someone, and they might help me see things in ways that I don't. and deal with things that maybe I'm ignoring. And I just think it'll be good for me, so I will do that. And yeah, I mean, there might be a possible hiatus, so I just wanted to let you guys know, and I wanted to thank you for being so supportive and for sticking with me through everything. I guess on a lighter note, I have been reading. I actually have gotten more read this month than I anticipated. I got Jane Eyre read, and I enjoyed it. I got 2 graphic novels read. Love is Love, which was kind of a thing it was created by DC Comics after the Pulse, after what happened at Pulse in Orlando here last year. And so that was all about like the LGBTQIA plus community. I have very conflicting thoughts on that one. I wrote a little bit about it on my Goodreads if you want to check it out. I always post all of my social media and everything down below if you want to check it out. I read Blue is the Warmest Color and absolutely loved it. I've read Stiff, that has a title to it, by someone. I forgot. It's a nonfiction. I listened to it on audiobook and it's really good. It's about cadavers, which is probably not the best thing to have been listening to this month, but at the same time, having it be so like scientific and educational helped distract me, if that makes any sense. You guys might think I'm like the weirdest person right now, but I am, I guess. I feel like I read something else. I don't remember, but my Goodreads is down below, and that shows everything that I've been reading. I was reading the last of the Mistborn trilogy, like was on my TBR, but I've decided to DNF that and instead go on to read another LGBTQIA plus book. I actually I've randomly, completely by accident, ran across this book on Goodreads. It's called Mundo Cruel, and it's actually by a Puerto Rican author, which is amazing because I wanted to read more LGBTQ books and I wanted to read more Puerto Rican authors. So this one hits both, and I think it would be my first short story collection, possibly. So I'm really excited about that one, and it's the 28th, so I only have like 3 days to read it, but it's really short, so hopefully I can get to it today or something. But yeah, so hopefully I will sit down, if not this month, then next month after I get settled in at my new home. I'll sit down and really do a thorough like wrap up, and I'll talk to you guys more about that. Things that I plan on continuing to read: I want to get to the second Genuine Bastards book, something about Red Skies and Red Seas or something like that. I want to get to Longborn by Joe Baker. I want to get to the first N.K. Jemisin book. What is it called? The 5th Season or something? So those 3 for sure I really want to get to. And then I probably will pick up Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm really excited that in October then the Prisoner of Azkaban comes out in illustrated edition, because that's my favorite of the books. And I'm really excited to see how Jim Kay illustrates everything. I think his illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. And they just want to make me get all of the Harry Potter tattoos with his illustrations on them. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of has been what's been going on. My skin has stayed okay, but I have gained weight because I've just been stress eating a lot, so that's causing me more stress. But I hope to get that under control, maybe start running. Ugh. But I'm doing okay. and my family's doing okay, and that's what matters. We're just taking it one day at a time, and you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. These things happen. You don't plan for them at all, but when they do, they do. Lesson learned from this is be very, very stern with your doctors. A lot of the symptoms that my mom had were attributed to other things, and so unfortunately we were not able to catch the cancer in time, but we could have had we been more persistent. And so if you feel that something is wrong, if you feel that something is off, please go to a doctor. Please be, fight back. No, if you think that something is wrong, have them do any and all the tests. It is better if you can. Obviously, I understand that is something that not everybody has the privilege of being able to do financially. But if you can, please do, because it could truly save your life. I hope you guys are all having a great year so far. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope your reading is going well. I hope to see you guys again soon. Maybe I'll do some more of these like little driving vlog talky things if you guys like them. So yeah, I mean, I love you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for everything. If other people are staring at me in other cars as I talk to myself, I'm trying not to look at other cars. I'm actually not even looking at the camera because obviously I'm driving, or at my phone. Now I am because I'm a red light, but yeah, so I mean, I love you guys. Happy reading. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. I love you. Mwah.